As an e-commerce brand owner, if you don't know your numbers, you don't know business. If you don't understand the basics of e-commerce, what your average order value is, what your cost of goods sold are, what your shipping cost is, and your cost per acquisition, you don't know your net profit, and therefore you are not going to be successful in this business. I'm sorry to break it to you. I'm here not to make you feel bad about yourself, but to help you understand what the basic numbers are. Once you have an understanding of what your basic numbers are, you'll be able to understand what the next course of action you need to take in your business is. So let's break it down. Average order value is the average order that somebody places at your store. So if somebody places an average order value of $80, so to speak, out of those customers, each customer at average placed an order of $80. Cost of goods sold is simply how much money you paid for your product. Some people will put cost of goods sold landed or not landed. All that means is how much the product actually costs to make it, to produce it, and then ship it to me. I would say don't do it landed, just figure out how much the product costs. So if it's a t-shirt, let's just say the t-shirt costs you $10. Maybe landed, the t-shirt would cost you $12.50 in total, maybe $13 in total. However, just for this example, let's just do it not landed. So cost of goods sold is how much you're paying your manufacturers to produce that product. Shipping cost is obviously how much you're paying to ship it to your customers. Are you shipping it through USPS, UPS, FedEx? Do you have negotiated rates? What is that? Just to keep numbers even, let's just say it costs you on average $9 to ship a t-shirt to your customers. Last but not least, we have CPA or CAC, which is cost per acquisition or customer acquisition cost. All that means is how much did it cost you to buy a new customer? Let's just say on average, it cost me on average $30 to acquire a customer on Facebook. That would be my cost per acquisition. Now, some people talk about blended CAC or blended CPA. All that means is just your totals. So if we're looking at an example of this would be our monthly sales through all of our customers. So that would be including our new customers, but also our returning customers. That's what blended means. If you guys can just simply understand your basic numbers, you guys will separate yourself so far ahead of other e-commerce brands out there that do not put the time and effort into this. In order to truly manage and run a successful company, you have to know your numbers. It's like creating a goal without a plan. You have to create a plan in order to hit that target goal. Otherwise, you're not gonna hit it. There's a lot of other KPIs and acronyms that you should know as an e-commerce brand owner, like CVR, which is conversion rate, LTV, which is lifetime value, and etc. We can go on and on. However, for this video, we're just calculating net profit margin. So these four, average order value, cost of goods sold, CPA or CAC, which is cost per acquisition, shipping costs, that directly will calculate your net profit margin. And if you know your net profit margin, you'll be able to understand the health of your business. So rule of thumb for net margin, 5% is a low net margin, 10% is good, and anything 20% and above is excellent net margin in a business. For this example, I wanna go to my whiteboard over here. I'm gonna show you exactly how you can go ahead and calculate your net profit margin as an e-commerce brand owner, and hopefully you guys can take some value from this. All right, guys, hopefully y'all can see this. So we got our average order value, cost of goods sold, CPA or CAC, shipping costs, and then this totals up to our net margin. Let's go through the numbers. So average order value, let's say your store brings in $80. Cost of goods sold, let's just say on average you have 2 units per order. So let's say a t-shirt costs you $10. You would just times that by 2, which would be $20. And then you have your cost per acquisition or CAC. And let's just say on average, it costs you to acquire a new customer $30. And then your shipping cost is $9 on average. And again, we could take that as in like, we ship to USPS, UPS, and FedEx. We pulled the reports and we found out of the 1,000 orders that we had in a month, that on average, it costs us about $9 to ship it. If you add all these numbers up, we have a total of $21. And out of that, you would just take 21 divided by 80, and then that would equal to 26% net margin. So again, anything 20% and above is excellent net margin. From mentors in my past, specifically one mentor that I've learned from other entrepreneurs in the e-commerce space as well, is if you can achieve a 30% or more, you're really in the green as far as e-commerce goes. Because what that'll allow you to do is you can spend more money in here. Even if this number goes up to $40, you are spending more money to acquire more people, and that's okay because we have more room here in the net profit in order to spend on this line of cost per acquisition. I hope that makes sense. Is yes, you want this number to be as low as possible. However, the bigger your net margin is, you have more room to double down on your ad spend, especially when you have enough inventory in stock in your back end. The algorithm on Facebook ads is flowing like honey. You guys know, if you guys are marketers out there, you guys know what I mean. If you have the algorithm primed, everything is amazing in life. Life is good. So you are able to spend more money, acquire more customers, and you're still able to make a healthy profit margin. These are not my business numbers. This is just an example, but I will say my business, I won't give you the exact percentage, but we are over a 30% net margin. So that allows me to look at this number and be able to see if we can spend more. Also, as you can see, it's really important to increase this number here. If you can increase the average order value, this will give you more room and more flexibility with your net margin. So if you can bundle things on the website, put a t-shirt, shorts, socks. You can bundle shorts like we do. We have a bundle where we sell 3 shorts per bundle. Some companies do better without bundling at all. You just kind of have to figure out what works for you and your brand. But as you can see here, increasing your average order value is going to immensely help you out. Decreasing your cost of goods sold, so negotiating better rates with your manufacturers, that's very important. Obviously, I already talked about CPA and CAC. This number, you want to keep this as low as possible, but don't obsess over making this as low as possible, because again, when you have a healthy net margin, you can spend more money to acquire more people. Because in this day and age of e-commerce, in order to win, in order to scale a big brand out there, you have to be willing to spend as much money as you possibly can on advertising at scale. Increasing your profit margin will allow you to have the flexibility to spend more money in this category right here. And even so, last thing I'll say too, like there'd be another line item in here. If I was 3PL and I went to a third-party logistics, how much would I be spending per order to let them fulfill it as opposed to me? We have our own warehouse here, so we don't have that line item, obviously, but you can actually go in more detail and talk about, okay, how much does it cost for a box? How much does it cost for a thank you letter? How much does it cost for stickers? You can throw that in here if you like. This is just a simple equation of how to calculate your net margin in your business, so you know if you're making money or you're losing money or if you're at break even. These are non-negotiables. You guys need to know these numbers in your business if you want to run a successful e-commerce brand one day. But all in all, guys, hopefully you guys got some value out of this. Please give me a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy it. That's all for today. Love you all. God bless. See you in the next one.